Trump administration's ban on any new downloads of the video sharing app TikTok is meant to go into effect on Sunday evening. But in this decision, the U.S. judge is saying that the Trump administration has to either delay that ban or it must file court papers responding to TikTok's request for an injunction. And it has to do so by Friday. And if the Trump administration does not file those court papers, well, it means that there will be a hearing held on Sunday morning, just hours before the ban is meant to take place. Now, remember, the Trump administration has long believed that TikTok, as well as other Chinese technology, poses a risk to national security because the data is held in China and can be given up to the local government. Well, lawyers for TikTok have argued that this kind of a ban would be detrimental to its business, that within just 2 months, it would lose half of all of its American users, and users that they wouldn't get back.
Well, Ed Stringham is economics professor at Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, and president of the American Institute for Economic Research, and joins me now. Welcome to you. Good to see you. Thanks for being with us. So what do you make of this injunction? Do you think it will go ahead?
I mean, I think a lot of these websites and apps are actually creepy and spying on us, and the Chinese government is probably going to be accessing our data that we don't know about. But I do think it's very arbitrary that the United States government is targeting a particular company and saying you've got to divest your subsidiary now and do it immediately within weeks. Why don't they do that to Facebook? Why don't they do that to Twitter? They're also collecting our data. Google is sharing our data with a lot of international governments as well. So I do think it's an international issue that Trump has got this beef with China. And to me, it's pretty troublesome that a president can individually target a particular company and tell them that they've got to sell a major portion of it within weeks.
So we've got this legal case ongoing at the moment. This is an on-off saga that's been going on for months now. What happens if the injunction is successful, do you think?
I really don't know. I mean, it's really an unprecedented thing where historically when the antitrust authorities would say, oh, Microsoft, we're going to break you in two, they would have years-long trial. IBM had a years-long trial with the antitrust authorities. In this case, this is just this kind of edict by the president telling this company, you've got to sell, you're going to sell it to Oracle, you're going to sell it to Walmart. And, you know, maybe that's better off for the consumers, but I would let the consumers decide, maybe let them know this is probably not safe for you to be doing, sharing your information with all these people out there. But for the president to be making this national policy, to be able to target individual companies, I think is very worrisome, to me at least.
But is it also surprising that he can force a company's hand? I mean, will China ultimately ever agree to it?
Yeah, no, I think that's maybe it's part of his bargaining chip. Some of my friends are saying, oh, he's just pressuring the Chinese all the time and saying, oh, we're going to do this, implement tariffs, then we're going to have more free trade and lower tariffs overall. But in many cases, it seems like maybe the goal is just to have control, to be able to say, you know, you do that, don't do that. And it's not really clear what the end game is with a lot of this stuff.
No, well, this saga, as I said, will no doubt run and run. We'll see whether or not there is a decision today or if not on Sunday. And Stringham, thank you very much for your thoughts.
Thanks.